Welcome to 12.3. The only thing that is different from yesterday is we're going to divide by 3. So capital B means the area of your base times the height, which is what we did yesterday, and then you just divide by 3. All right, let's do it. So find the volume of the pyramid. What is your base? The base is this rectangle. The area of the rectangle is 12 times 16, and we multiply it by the height, 7, and then we're going to divide it by 3. That's what the 1/3 means. Okay, so take your calculator, 12 times 16 times 7, and divide it by 3. So 448 cubic meters. All right, number 2, the base is a triangle, so 1/2 the base times the height, and times the height of the pyramid there, triangular pyramid, and then we're going to divide that by 3. All right, so 3 times 4 is 12, times 3 is 36, half of 36 is 18, and 18 divided by 3 is 6. So this will be 6 cubic inches. Okay, find the indicated measure. So a pyramid with a square base has a volume of 120 cubic meters. So the volume of a square base, so that would be side times side, or side squared, times the height of your square pyramid, and then divide by 3. So that's what we have. So the volume is 120. The height of the pyramid is 10, okay? And it wants to find the side length of the base. So now you know why it's important to know that a square, area of a square is side squared. So side squared goes there. So we have one variable. Had we put base times height, or length times width in that position, that'd be 2 variables we didn't know. Okay, so now what do? Multiply by 3 to get rid of that fraction. So that's 360 equals side squared times 10. Divide off the 10. 360 divided by 10 is 36. That equals your side squared. Take the square root to remove the square. And each side is 6 meters. Okay, number 4. Pyramid with a rectangular base. All right, so you have volume, length times width times height, and then divide by 3 for a pyramid. So our volume is 480. The height is 10. The width of the base is 9. So we don't know the length. So multiply by 3 again. And 3 times, let's see, 3 times 480 on your calculator is 1,440. And that equals 90L. 90, not 10. 90L. So we divide by 90. 9 times 10 is 90. And that gives us 1440 divided by 90 gives us 16. That's our length. Okay, so don't even look at this. Let's go ahead and do this first. The base is a square. Okay, so the area of the base is going to be 6 times 6, or 36. So the volume is the area of the base times the height, 5, divided by 3, because it's a pyramid. So 36 times 5 is 180. 180 divided by 3 is 60. And this would be square feet, or cubic feet, excuse me. All right, so what did they do about the volume? Let's go ahead and erase what I covered up. And they took 1/3 times 6 times 5. Okay, well, yes, you have the side and then the height, but you forgot the other side. Okay, so, and that threw it all off. So they left the length or the width off one of them. All right, find the height of the pyramid. So we have the volume. So volume equals 3 squared, length times width, they're the same, times the height, all divided by 3. And the volume is 15. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. 15 goes there. So multiply by 3, and you get 45 equals 9h. Divide off the 9, and your height is 5 feet. Okay, same thing here. Length times width, so 8 times 12 times the height, divided by 3 gives me the volume of the pyramid, and that volume is 224. multiply by 3. So take your calculator and multiply that out. You get 672. 8 times 12 is 96. So divide by 96 on your calculator, and you get 7. So 7 inches would be the height. Okay, so number 9, we have the volume is 198. That equals, the area of the triangle is 1/2 times the base times the height, then times the height of the pyramid, we don't know, and then all of that we divide by 3 because it's a pyramid. So multiply by 3 to remove it. So 198 times 3 is 594. All right, and then you have 1/2 times 99 times h. So we're going to multiply by 2 to remove the 1/2. So take that on your calculator times 2. It's 1188 equals 99h. So now we divide by 99. And h should be, I think, 12. That's correct, 12 yards. Okay, number 10, again, it's the volume is 392. The area of the base is 1/2 times 7 times 14 times the height of the pyramid, which we don't know. And because it's a pyramid, we got to divide by 3. So we multiply by 3 to remove it. So 392 times 3 is 1176. 1/2, 7 times 14 is 98. Multiply by 2, so 1176 times 2 is 2,352 equals 98h. So divide by the 98, and you get 24 centimeters for your height. Okay, now we have the similarity thing here again. So we're getting, we want to know the volume of the pyramid. So we're getting smaller, so we put the smaller number on top. That height is 3, so the height there is 12, so 3 over 12. So this is our scale factor, or 1/4. So we're doing volume, so we're going to cube that. And we're getting bigger, so we're getting smaller, so the volume of the smaller one goes on top, and the volume of the bigger one goes on the bottom, which is 256. All right, so x over 256 equals 1/64. So multiply by 256 and divide by 64, and we get the volume of B to be 4 cubic feet. Pyramid A to pyramid B, again, we're getting bigger here. So scale factor, bigger number goes on top. So 6 to 3, or 2. And again, we're going to take 2 and cube it. And we want the volume of B on top. That's what we're going for. And the volume of A on the bottom, which is 10. So the volume of B over 10 equals 8 over 1. So the volume of B is equal to 80 cubic inches. All right, find the volume of the composite. That just means find the volume of all these together. So the volume of the rectangle prism is 2 times 4 times 6. Add it to the volume of the pyramid on top. Okay, so that's the area of that base is 4 times 6 times the height of it is 3, but you have to divide by 3 because it's a pyramid. Okay, so what do we have? 8 times 6 is 48. And 4 times 6 is 24 times 3. So 24 times 3 is 72. 72 divided by 3 is back to 24. You could have just reduced it like that. And you have 48 plus 24. So 48 plus 24 gives you 72. 72 cubic inches. Number 14, same thing. The base pyramid here, not pyramid, prism, is a triangular prism. So the volume is 1/2 the base times the height of the triangle, and then times the height of the prism. We're going to add that to the same thing, half of the area of the base, 12 times 9, okay, 12 times 9, times the height, 7, but then you have to divide by 3 because it's a pyramid. Okay, so what do we have here? 12 times 9 times 10. So 12 times 9 times 10 gives me 1,080 divided by 2. That's 540, and we're going to add it to what we have here. So 12 times 9 times 7 divided by 2 divided by 3 at the end here. So that's 126 plus 540 gives me 666 cubic centimeters. All right, number 15, same thing. Now, these are both identical. The top and the bottom are the same. So let's just find the volume of the bottom and multiply it. Or the top, it doesn't matter. So it's a square. So that means that's the area of the square is 8 squared. And the height of it, it says is 5. And then we have to divide it by 3 because it's a pyramid. All right, so once we do that, we're going to multiply it by 2. All right, so that would be the total volume. So 8 squared is 64, so 64 times 5, and then we divide it by 3, and then we're going to multiply it by 2. 213.33 repeating cubic centimeters, or 213 and 1/3 centimeters, however the book wants it. And they left it as a decimal. Okay, so now what we have to do here is get the volume of this box and the volume of this pyramid that's in it, and it's cut out. We're going to subtract it. So the volume of the box is 12 times 12 times 12. Now we're going to subtract the volume of that pyramid. So here's the thing. What are the lengths of these sides? So we got to get the area of the base. The base is this rectangle. But what you need to see is, since this whole side is 12, that's 6 and that's 6. The same thing here. So we have this little triangle cut out there. All right, that's 6, that's 6. And we need this length. All right, and then we'll have to do this. It's a square, actually. Didn't really draw it very well, because this is the same thing. That's 6 and that's 6. All right, so we got to get what this length is here. So a squared plus b squared equals your hypotenuse squared. 36 plus 36 is 72. So we have to take the square root of 72. So what is that? Square root of 72 is the square root of 9. Let's see here. 36. Square root of 36 and the square root of 2. So that's 6 square root of 2. We're going to try to keep it exact. We can use our decimal later. All right, so what is 12 times 12 times 12? That gives us 1,728 minus, now what do we have here? It's a square base, so it's 6 square root of 2. That's the length of your base, and we're going to square it. Now you see why we don't need to find the decimal, because when we square it, it'll get rid of that square root. And it should give us 72, but we'll do that in a second. So that's the area of the base, and then times the height of the pyramid, which should be 12. But remember, we got to divide that part, all of that, by 3 because it's a pyramid. So 1,728 minus, if we square the 6, that's 36, and square that square root, it's gone. So you get 36 times 2 is 72 times 12 divided by 3. So do that on your calculator. 72 times 12 divided by 3 gives me 288. So 1728 minus 288. 1728 minus 288 gives me 1,440 cubic inches. And here are your answers. So good job. Don't forget those to divide by 3 if you're doing a pyramid.